what to do or create, a force of influence that inspires someone. I kindly invite you that you use the word as frequently as possible, and I think the word is easy to use, and also you can use it in so many ways, and it also brings the warmth to your heart, so use it and inspire us by using it. Thank you.
For inspirational word of today. So now we are moving to the first part with prepared speeches. As I explained, we have a competent communicator manual with 10 projects, 10 speeches to go and to just prepare ourselves to be the best speaker. After that, we have a few more manuals, and today we are having a speaker that already did his first competent communicator manual, and he will now present us a speech from the Speaking to Inform manual. The speech will talk about how I started buying organic food. So please welcome Klemen.
Long time ago, I was a happy man. Life was simple. When I needed food, I just went to a supermarket and I bought it. And I bought a lot of it. Like this. It was also very cheap. And it lasted for a very long time. But after some time, I started to questioning myself. Is this food really good for me, for my health? It's okay that it's cheap, but can it give me enough energy for my life? Will I be healthy eating this food? What I learned was not so positive. Honestly, what I learned was sometimes quite horrible, how food is nowadays. So I started to lean towards organic food. I had many questions, many concerns, and this I will share to you today. What were the obstacles I had to overcome to switch to organic food? First, organic food is also known as ecological, biological. There are many names. But most of our history, our agriculture was organic. Only in the previous century, we started to use a lot of new chemicals to increase the production, to reduce costs. The food industry had an incentive to reduce costs, to increase profits. This is normal, and this is the pressure we will always have. This is one thing we always have to keep in mind. When I started to buy organic food occasionally, I thought that it tasted a little better, but I never bought two versions, like one conventional and other organic, and I didn't do A/B tests at home. So it's quite hard to judge. We know seasonal differences affect taste. I also didn't have a laboratory at home to test. But with food, it is different as with other products. We need a lot of time for problems to arise. Sometimes we need generations to realize that things we did are not okay for us. But the pressure from the food industry pushes the products on the market for us to buy cheaply, and we are happy. So there were two main obstacles I had to overcome. The first one was, is organic food any better? A few weeks ago we did a panel with few of you, and this question also arose. I also had this concern, and I questioned myself, is organic food really better? But then again, when I changed the question, when I did the shift in thinking, when I questioned myself, is it worse? The answer was obvious. It's definitely not worse. So organic food is at least as good as conventional. Okay. The second obstacle I had, and this one is obvious, it's the price. Conventional food with new ways to produce, like hydroponic way of farming, produces 30 times more fruit or vegetables on the same area. And of course, cost for producing this kind of food is really low. We all know how tomatoes taste if you're comparing them to the ones your grandmothers used to produce. We have one. And the costs are definitely lower. And also, if we have a lot of animals on a small area, it's cheaper than to have a big pastures for animals to rise. But it was not so simple. When we are at the supermarket, we see organic products and conventional products. And the difference in price is quite big. And the products look the same. Chicken or tomatoes are very similar. So I had to change the thinking here again. And when I question myself, why do I buy conventional food? Okay, it's nice that it's cheaper, I save a few euros. But then again, I ask myself, do I really need those few euros? Well, I need this money, or is it better to spend more to have the food I need, to get the energy I need, and to be healthy long term? And I've made a decision, and the decision is to buy organic food. It is not an intuitive decision as we decide on other things, but I think it is needed for a different thinking. And at the end, I realized that for me, this is definitely the choice, and for my family, I'm not sure if organic food is the solution for everybody, because it's not solving the main problem which is behind. And we also have a question: can we produce enough tasty, healthy food for everyone, or is the only way for everyone on the planet to not be hungry is to eat the low quality food? This is the question I still have, but I think the most of us, we who live in this environment, can afford and should afford organic food. So I invite you to start buying organic and help the farmers who wish you well. Thank you and bon appetit.